Good evening, sir.
Okay, good evening, everyone. So what happened today? Why are we just coming to the class? This is almost 30 minutes after. Let's talk. Oh,
Good evening, sir.
I can't hear you, Michael. Neither can I hear you, Ibrahim.
Hello, good evening, sir. Hello.
Wow, is it my mic?
Yes.
You guys are muted again.
Hello, we can hear you, sir. Can you hear me?
Brian, sorry, Michael, can you hear Brian speaking? Because your audio is not coming out.
Hello? Hello, Brian, can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you.
Oh,
I can hear you. Hello?
I'm coming down.
let me switch my. Okay. Sorry. Can you talk now? I think it's for my end. Yeah.
Hello, sir, I can't hear you.
Okay. Okay. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Hello, sir.
Hello, I can hear you. Can you all hear me? Or should we just rejoin?
No, thank you.
All right, thank you. Hello.
Hello, sir, can you say something? Let me know if I can hear you. Your you sound as if you're far from your speaker.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Brian.
Yeah.
Evening now.
Yeah, good evening. How you doing? Ah.
I had a very hectic day.
Okay. Is it better now?
Yes, sir, it's better.
Oh, sorry about that. Good evening,
Good
everyone.
evening.
Yeah. So I was asking earlier that what made you guys to come late to the class? It's as if you planned it and you did not keep me posted.
No, uh, I just came back from the hospital this evening and I went out to get some things at the market. I was thinking I would finish before 6 o'clock. So that's what delayed me. I'm just coming into the house now.
Okay. How is your
Sorry
health
about
now?
that. Much better.
All right. I hope you are not stressing yourself.
No, I'm good. I can handle it.
Even though money must be made, we need to also take care of our health. Very
Yes, sir.
important.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what of Ibrahim? What happened?
Yeah, for me, I have some other assignments that I'm doing at the moment, so that is why I came late to the class. So sorry about that.
No problem. So do you want us to also solve the assignment together, the one you are doing?
No. I'll do it at my end. Thank you. I'll do so.
Are you sure it's not something that is going to benefit us?
Um, it's something that I benefit about. Um, no, don't let us talk about it. I'll handle it. Don't worry.
At all, not bad. We can still share the money
The
involved.
money, I mean.
No
Don't
problem.
worry, we'll be fine. We'll all be fine. Don't worry.
All right, that's good. That's good.
All right. Thanks for asking. Thanks so much.
Thank
Right.
God. So once again, you guys are welcome to the class. I posted in the group that you should come with your laptop. Are you all with your laptop? All
Yes,
right.
I'm with mine.
Okay, that's good. What of Ibrahim?
Yes, I'm with my as well.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. All right. So where did we stop yesterday? That was I think what my
Everything's fun.
We stopped at when we visited virustotal.com.
okay, yeah.
And we
Where
also did a
every
simulation of the of a website that could be hacked using a SQL query.
yeah, so the type of that attack is called SQL injection attack.
Yeah, SQL injection attack. Yes.
Yeah, so that is fine.
Then you told us to read up something. I read it or I read about it, but I didn't post it in the group though.
You posted it, the one
No,
of
it's not me. Is it Brian that posted?
okay, it's Ibrahim. So you can still send
Yeah.
your. It's not too bad because
Okay. Okay.
um you guys are going to have an assessment, and of course you might actually questions based on that. That's why I'm
Oh,
trying to assess you.
So
So
sorry,
if you
okay.
when
don't,
would that be?
I don't know when the assessment will be sent, but uh, I think the Georgina mentioned that normally there's supposed to be an assessment that should set questions which have been given to him.
Okay.
So questions are not difficult. It's just based on what we have taught so far.
Okay.
So now, in cybersecurity is not something you can just learn within few months and say you are good to go. That is just the honest truth. Cybersecurity is not also for, is not also for students, secondary school students. It requires experience. Because we noticed from what we have been doing so far, you notice that as we are learning the cybersecurity, we entered through networking, isn't it? So meaning that as a cybersecurity person, you need to understand networking. If you also looked at what we did yesterday, just briefly, when we are looking at the different types of attack, we also mentioned database. And during the course of that, we mentioned that, okay, what is the language you use in creating tables on database? We use SQL, which is the structured query language, right? Now, as an hacker in the context of ethical hacker, you should also understand how to use SQL. It's not a must that you fully understand it, but you need to know what can attackers do. Even if you don't know it too, what you need to know is how can you prevent SQL injection from happening. So, and if you want to prevent something, that means you need to know it. And that was why I took my time yesterday to just show you a little. That's just a sample of SQL injection attack, how it works from the back end. So, looking at that, there are still other areas of cybersecurity. In fact, cybersecurity, we have different areas. We have those who are ethical hackers. Ethical hackers can also be considered as penetration tester. So in case you guys want to further at the end of the class, ethical hackers can also be considered as penetration tester. Then we have those that we call the defenders. Penetration testers can also be called the red teams or the offenders. So meaning that in cybersecurity, you can have those that are serving that specialized on ethical hacking. They are also called penetration tester. They are called the offensive, and then they are also called the red team. Now, for the defenders, these are the ones that you need in house. So you can have them as defenders. You can have them as cybersecurity analysts. You can have them as SOC, Security Operations Center analysts. And SOC is divided into different levels. You can also have, we also have those that we call the incident response handlers. Apart from that too, we have those that specialize on forensics. digital forensic experts or analysts. Now, apart from forensics, we still have another area of cybersecurity, which is the compliance, security auditors, and compliance. These are the ones that deal with ISOs, different ISO. They know it from the beginning to the end. These ones, they don't really need programming. So that they give rules, policies, procedures to ensure that systems and organizations are protected, to ensure that they meet up with compliance. Organizations comply with the available standards or rules. So, but what am I saying? I'm just trying to prepare you that if you look at the way the course is tilting towards, I'm trying to just give you hints in each of those areas of specialization. So at the end of the training, you guys can now go back again to the drawing board. Where do you want to specialize on? Are you getting it?
Yes.
All right, that's fine. So let's go to today's class. All right. Okay, so yesterday I discussed about virus and the worms, and I differentiate what makes a virus be different from worms. The first one is that a virus requires host intervention, that is, someone must be there to activate it to execute the virus. But for worms, it is self-replicates, it spreads on its own independently across the network without requiring it does not require a host intervention. And worms spread faster across the network compared with a virus. I also mentioned what Trojan is. That's Trojan horse. This is common to files you download. It looks like a legitimate software application, but deep inside, it contains a malware that can delete your files, see your documents, your data, or activate or spread other forms of virus. We also have the ransomware. The ransomware, this is one that encrypts your files and demands for ransom. Payment is not made, your files can be, published to the public, or you can even destroy your data. Then we talked about spyware. Yeah. Under this spyware, I also want you to, okay, yeah, I mentioned kilograms yesterday. Yeah, I mentioned kilograms, I mentioned hardware. So spyware is, you know, a malware that monitors what you are doing online. Basically, that's just it. To gather information about you, everything you are doing, either for good or bad. There is also hardware. Hardware is a malware too that display uh, annoying advertisements. Sometimes when you open your internet, you see several pop-ups coming up on your system. And most of these pop-ups might be related to what you have been watching, or the sites you have been viewing in the past. Take, for example, maybe you are applying for a master's in cybersecurity in abroad, and you keep checking different types of websites. So sometimes all of a sudden you just see a pop-up, enroll in this cybersecurity. Why? That is the function of the hardware. That is advertising malware. Then we discussed phishing as well yesterday. All right. We also moved ahead to injection attacks. And injection attacks, basically, you look at it as any web application that has a space for you to enter your details, either to search for a particular product. Say, for example, you go to gg.com, you can search for a product. So that search box, that's where we call the input box, where you can input your data. You can also have the sign-on page, like we saw from that demonstration yesterday. And I mentioned what SQL injection attack is all about. That is entering SQL query into the input data or the input box for the purpose of malicious activities. So how can we prevent SQL injection? In Microsoft, there's a tool that is called log passer tool. Log passer tool that can be used to detect whenever there is a SQL injection. You can also prevent SQL injection through using proper input validation. Of course, those who are web developers, they will understand this better because from time to time, maybe their clients or their security uh, their security auditors can tell them that okay, while developing this application, these are the things we want during the before the development. The way you, I don't know, no, it's not the function of the UI UX designer. That's not the function of
Is the programmer.
the programmer. So because this proper input validation, it happens from the back end. So when you tell them, I don't know, maybe you have to tell the backend engineer that okay, you need to put input validation, and the person will understand. So that is one way to also prevent SQL injection. Then there's also what we call parameterized queries. Parameterized queries, especially in ASP.NET and prepared statements in Java. So this also help to prevent SQL injection. Yeah, I also want to mention that you see this training is also geared towards you having an idea of what this certification is all about, Security Plus. In case you might want to write that Security Plus certification exam. So if you follow along with this course, you should be able to have an idea of how the exam is all about. Although we are not covering the entire module. They're just a brief touch on Security Plus. All right, so we move to buffer overflow attack. Buffer overflow attack. Now, you see, in a computer system, there are different types of memory in a PC, as in a PC architecture. Now, there is a part that is called the system memory. So, this is where you have the buffer. So, buffers are portions of the system memory, and the function is used for storing information. Now, this area of memories are designed to hold a certain type of information, not just anyhow information. Just as you have your RAM in your PC, your RAM also holds information. You get to know that very much if you want to delve into forensics. That's when you can know that, okay, fine, you should not shut down your system when there is an incident. Why? Because the digital forensic expert can get information from your RAM to shut it down. So just like the RAM, buffers too, they are portions of system memory that are used for storing information. Now, what the attackers do is that they send a large amount of data to that buffer to the extent that the buffer memory will be completely filled up and the data will overflow. Where will it go? It will go to the other area of the memory stack and overwrite whatever information or data that you have on that memory stack. So it's from that new memory area that the attacker can start to launch his attack. So you can see that buffer overflow is a very serious attack, and it requires programming knowledge before you can be able to, you know, attack the buffer. Now, this is an example of buffer flow attack. That SHA code is the character code. And if you look at the character code there, you see that I have about, it contains 16 bytes, can take up to 16 bytes. Now, that is what I am sending. But if you look at the void main, the character there for the buffer is what? 8 bytes, right? Now, if an attacker targets this buffer and send 16 bytes to the buffer, what is going to happen? It's going to overflow because the buffer itself is designed to hold just 8 characters or 8 bytes. So instead, with the 16 bytes, you will have an overflow. Now, what are the ways in which you can prevent buffer overflow attack? The first one is to ensure that you implement proper input validation. You remember I mentioned implementing proper input validation for SQL injection as well. So what does proper input validation do is the process of checking all inputs. And what does it check? To ensure that the format and length of the input are checked before you send it. The format and the length of the input, they are both cross-checked before it is sent to the database or to the backend. Now, these validators use either blacklisting or whitelisting of characters and patterns. If you noticed yesterday that one of the characters we used to have that to perform the SQL injection is just one pattern, which is this, a quote. So these are the things that the input validation will confirm. Then it will decide whether it should be blocked or not. It's also very important that you update all your operating systems and applications with the latest update service packs and patches. So whenever there is an update, you do what? You update it immediately, especially when you have servers that are facing that public servers facing the internet. And lastly, programmers should also test their applications to check for overflow conditions. So this will help them to prevent buffer overflow. We also have other attack vectors in cybersecurity. The other ones are replay attacks. Replay attacks uses session tokens or cookies. Replay attacks use session tokens or cookies that applications use to validate that the user has already been authenticated. We also have the privilege escalation, privilege elevation. Now, privilege elevation has to do with you having the credentials and elevated credentials. Take for example, you are working in the HR department, but you have the credentials to access the database. Not just access to the database, but you can read, you can write, you can also delete the database. That's privilege elevation. Someone in the HR department should not have such an access. Or imagine a teller, someone in backing operation, which is a teller, having access to approve more than 50 million. An ordinary teller, that is a privilege elevation that should never happen. So it involves obtaining administrative credentials that can be used to gain access to unauthorized services. There's also directory traversal attack. What is this directory traversal attack is all about? From the word directory, it means that a folder or a file. So usually, websites usually have what is called a directory where all their files are stored. Is it the index.html file? Is it the CSS the CSS files, which is used for styling, or is it the JavaScript files? So there are different directories where files are stored on the website. Now, with directory traversal attack, it is possible to manipulate the URL so that the attacker can have access to private directory of the server, so that the attacker can gain unauthorized access to the server, to the web server. So that is what directory traversal attack is all about. So imagine an external person, visiting your web application and having access to your index.html file. That means voila don't come. Because it means that the person can actually manipulate or delete or even modify your index.html file. Then we also have forgery application attacks. Of course, from that definition, forgery has to do with impersonation or manipulation. So what does forgery application attacks, what does it do? Deceiving users to gain unauthorized access or control. It involves creating fake requests, messages, or signatures that appears to come from a trusted source. An example of a forgery application attack is cross-site forgery and email spoofing. So for cross-site forgery, request forgery, it causes the user to perform an act that is not intended to perform. That is, the attacker exploits the user's authentication session to make an unauthorized request. So for cross-site request forgery, it's just similar to what replay attack is all about, where the attacker, used the session token that belongs to the user to have access to the web application. So how does it work? Sometimes when you open a website, you have cookies stored under your browser. Now, the function of the cookie or the session is to allow you to revisit that website once again, or anytime you want to go there, you want to access it again. So imagine if you opened your bank application, maybe your web application for your bank, and you save your details are saved on that browser, and an attacker have access to the browser. So the attacker can, gain unauthorized access to your session, your authenticated session, and then start to manipulate things, start to make unauthorized requests using your own authenticated session. So that is what forgery application attack is all about. All right, Cisco AMP. Okay. So do you have any questions so far?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. All right, that means it's clear. Now, all right, let us stop there. I'll update the PowerPoint later with other information, maybe probably next week. Now, so let's now go to the practical class that I talked about, so that at least you can also have an overview of what ethical hacking is all about. Now, in ethical hacking, the first thing that an hacker does, now, when I'm talking about hacker, that's attackers, what they do, the first thing they do is we call it footprinting or reconnaissance or information gathering. Of course, if a thief wants to go and steal, the thief will not just wake up and go to the victim. What the thief will do is to make background information. Okay, this man that we want to attack, what time does he always come back from work? Where does he always pass? Is it the only one that is usually in the vehicle? Because if there are more than one, then that means we need to be many. If he's the only one, that means okay, fine, 3 people can handle him. These are information that the thief will gather. So the same way too, when hackers or attackers or cyber criminals want to also attack, when they want to, when they want to attack, they also do what is called information gathering. They do information gathering, which is performing reconnaissance. There are two types of reconnaissance. That's information gathering. We have it as passive and we have it as active. Maybe I'll look at the syllabus again, or sorry, the course content again. If it is part of it, I may introduce it to it before the end of the main class. So now let us see what we can also do using Google for search, to search for information. So I'm going to stop my screen now and share. Okay, so I have a lab that I downloaded from Cisco. So we'll be using that lab as a guide. Okay, so at this time, let me share my entire screen so that it will be easier for me. Okay, so can you see my screen? That's Google. Now, this is the lab.
Yeah.
So the lab is called Advanced Searches. So what are we going to do in this lab? We are going to, the objective is three objectives. Let's see how far time will take us, because I also have other engagement after this class. Let's see how far it will take us to. Now, the first one is Google Advanced Searches. Google Advanced Searches. Now, look at the background. Like I mentioned earlier, the first step a hacker takes is to learn as much information about the target as possible. Now, the more the attackers know about the target, the better they can hack it with other hacking techniques. Using advanced Google searches and passing through archived internet sites are two popular methods of passive reconnaissance. Remember I mentioned reconnaissance earlier, and I mentioned that there are two types of reconnaissance. We have the active and the passive. The passive is when you are trying to, gather information about maybe an organization and you are not connected to their network. That is passive. Whatever information you want to gather about the organization, in as much you do not connect to their network, in as much their SIM device, their monitoring device does not detect you, it is called a passive reconnaissance. Now, passive reconnaissance help inform ethical hackers about a client's vulnerabilities and pave the way for exploitation activities if they are part of the scope of the test. Now, through an advanced Google search, the hacker is hoping to find information that has been made public by accident. Information that has been made public by accident. For example, someone may have accidentally exposed passwords, left a webcam open to the internet, or revealed other useful information. The hacker will search using specific keywords and Google search operators to try and find what they are looking for. And this is called Google docking. It involves using specific Google search queries to uncover information that was not meant to be publicly made or publicly available. We also have the web archive, which is another useful tool for uncovering potential vulnerabilities. Now, before we go, look at this term, vulnerabilities. Do we know what vulnerability is all about? Vulnerability is a weakness in a system. A weakness in a system that attackers can use to attack that system. Take, for example, maybe there's a new update and that update has been existing for close to 2-3 months now. The organization has not updated their server to the latest patch. So attackers can look at that, if an attacker can access that organization and discover that the organization is still using the old updates, they might be able to attack the organization through that old update. So vulnerabilities means a weakness in a system. That is called vulnerabilities. Now, exploitation means when you take advantage of that weakness, you are exploiting the vulnerability. Now you have discovered a weakness in the system that, okay, this is so organization, their network is porous. So exploitation means that taking advantage of that vulnerability or that weakness in the system. So now, let's start by opening google.com. Are we all in google.com? When you are in google.com, type ethical hacker. Let's see what will come out. Ethical hacker. These are the information that come out from my own system. Are you there? Now, if you look at ethical hacker here, you see information that comes out. What am I seeing? Websites that talk about ethical hacker. From where? Cisco Networking Academy. Followed by EC Council. What is ethical hacker? I also have cybersecurity guide, how to become an ethical hacker. Simply learn what is ethical hacking, guys benefits. If you notice, you see that these results came out with different websites. Is that what you're also having on your system? The results, are they from the same website or different websites?
So mine is still coming up. I'm having a network issue.
Oh, you're having network issue. All right. So if you notice, you see that there are different websites. This is from EC Council. This is from Cybersecurity Guide. This is from Simply Learn. This is from YouTube. This is from another EC Council, Fiber Train, Cisco, IBM, Indeed, blah blah blah. That is what happens when you type ethical hacker on Google. Now we have done that, which is the first part. Now the part says that, let me see if I can increase this. It says,
I'm having hello.
I'm with you.
Okay, I'm seeing Udemy. I'm seeing Geeks for Geeks. I'm seeing Coursera. I'm seeing Code Academy,
Good. So you can
the
see
Knowledge Academy.
ethical hacker from different websites, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now, you see, it says the note the variety of results returned. This is how we use Google normally, right? But in Google Advanced Search Operators, it we want to narrow our research. We want to see how to narrow our research to whatever we want. We want the response, that's the information we are looking for on Google, to give us what we want, not what is on the website or what Google can just, pull for us. And how do we do that? We go to option C here. Okay. Now, okay,
So I can't see your screen now.
you can see my screen. Can Ibrahim see my
Yeah.
screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay, so maybe you can check again.
Okay, it's back up. It's back up.
Okay, that's fine. So now I have the operator, I have the description. We're going to be using this operator and description. Now, when we are searching on Google now, we're going to use this type of operators to search. All in text, file type, in title, in URL, and site. Now, when you are using site, it means that you want to restrict your finding to a specific website. You want to restrict your search result to a specific website or a specified domain. When you are using in URL, it means that you are restricting your results to pages that contains that word in the URL. When you are using in title, it means you are restricting your result to pages with a certain word in the title. When you use the word, the operator, file type, operator, it means that you want to restrict your results to give a particular type of a file, either it is document, PowerPoint, or PDF. All in text means that you want to restrict your results to pages with all query words in the page text. Now, let's try one of them. Look at this, ethical hacker first. Now, followed by site person.com, person.com. Now, when you want to use these operators, you don't put you don't leave a space. You don't leave a space. You write them together, except the main word that you are looking for, which is ethical hacker. And if you are writing any other information besides either the site or the URL, any other information beside it, it must be together. Now, let me show you an example. I'm back to my Google. I also want to do ethical hacker, but this time I want to do site person.com. Let's see what's going to happen. Now, can you see that my Google results has been streamlined to only what? Pearson websites. Can you see Pearson South Africa, Pearson.com, and still on what? Ethical hacker, Pearson again, Pearson India, Pearson Europe, Pearson.com. If I go to the next page, it is going to be only on Pearson. Only on what? Pearson. The same thing if I do that with Cisco.com. Let's see what is going to come out with it. Cisco.com. Yeah. Now, can you see I'm limiting my ethical hacker search to where? Only Cisco.com. Can you see? Only Cisco. Everything is now on what? Cisco. Everything is where? On Cisco. the website is limited to where? Restricted to only Cisco. Have you done that for your own system too?
No, no, wow. Very nonsense network before.
Oh, your network is disturbing.
Yes, so
Yeah. All right. So, but you can follow along then. You can follow along.
yes, sir. Yes, I'm following.
All right. Otto Ibrahim, are you also with us?
Yes, yeah. Yes, I'm with you.
What are you getting from your own side there?
Basically, I've not been like operating my laptop, so I'm just following up.
Okay. Okay.
Mm,
No problem.
yeah.
All right. So, let's move to the next question. So now it says type ethical hacker sitepiercing.com and it says below. Scroll through the results. What do all the results have in common? What they have in common, all of them. The results appear with the same domain, which is piercing.com domain. Piercing. Right? Now, let's go again. Okay, let's see answer.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see it now, sir.
They all contain information on ethical hacking from a single site. Yeah, single site, psc.com. Now, let's see again. This time around, we want to search for ethical hacker. We're searching for information on ethical hacker, but we want to limit our search to only piercing.com. But this time around, we don't want information. What we want is that whatever result that is coming out should be what type of file type? PDF.
PDF.
Now let's go to again to the site ethical hacker. Then the first one is site piercing.com. Then file type.
So is there a space between it?
Between which one?
The .com and file type.
Yeah, there is a space. PDF. Can you see? Can you see that the result I'm having now? The result came out with ethical hacker from which site? Piercing.com. And with what? All the results comes out with PDF. Piercing.com. PDF. Ethical. Can you see PDF? Cybersecurity, ethical hacker, piercing India, PDF. So that file type is telling you that I want it to be PDF format. Let's see document. Let's see if you can get anything on document. Oh, there's no documents. Because hardly would you see Microsoft files now. What is common most of the time is PDF files. So from your own system, are you getting any result with documents? Or your system is still frustrating you? Network.
So
Okay.
I got some results on documents.
Okay. Let me
Yes.
see. Let me see. Still with
Appears.
piercing, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. So the sum of the documents you got, do you have another one that is a PDF?
No, no PDF. And it's just only two sites.
Just the site. Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
Or in fact, it's the same site, but it's just two different documents from what I'm seeing.
Yeah, because it is the same site because you are still limiting the restriction to site.com. Okay, let me see if I remove the site.com and see. Okay, now I've removed the site.com. I did ethical hacker, then file type should be document alone. So can you see ethical hacker
Mm.
document, researchgate document, gray hat hacking document. All my results are now what? On document. This is Guam Community College. Let's open one of them. Can you see? I was able to download what? The document. Did you take note of it? Now, let me see. Let me do something. Virus.com. Choose file. So I'm choosing the file I just downloaded now. To check if it's not a malware I've downloaded to my system. So it is clean for
It's still
now.
checking, so
Yeah, I know. Still checking. So this is not the only way you detect whether you have downloaded a malware to your system or not. Of course, your antivirus can also be used to to detect whether you have downloaded a virus to your system or not. Did you get it? So I can open that site. If I open that article now, you'll see what it's all about. Okay,
yes, sir.
can you see tutorial security on the net, on the internet and the web. This is from a school. So you see that our search result was limited to what? It was limited to only documents. Now let's go back to our assessment. What file type is opened by each of the results? Of course, is what? PDF. Because we are interested in the file type of PDF. All the results should be to PDF files. Now let's go again. Well, we want to use in title. That is where the title of that website contains only what? Certification. Now let's go back to our ethical hacker. Now, in title is what? Certification. So can you see the title? CH certification. CH certification, ethical hacker. Ethical hacker certification. How difficult is CH certified? Ethical hacking training course and certification. Ethical hacking certification training, blah blah blah. So that is what in title is all about. In title means that the title should be what? It should contain certification. So now, where's our question? All the results should be related to ethical hacking and include the keyword certification in the page title. Now, let's go again to the number F, ethical hacker. Now, we want in the URL to give us what? Free. Let's see if we are going to get anything free. Ethical hacker in in URL to be what? Free. Let's see. Good. So can you see free ethical hacking course, free online cybersecurity courses from Easy Council, free cybersecurity courses and hacking training from C. Brary, free Cisco ethical hacking free certification from Cisco, top free ethical hacking courses. Can you see that everything is now what? Free. So you can also open the website. Let's look at one. Top free ethical hacking training courses online in 2025. Let's see this. Even Udemy, ethical hacking free course 2025. Let's open this and see. So can you see ethical hacking free course? Enroll now. It is free. The course content. Let's see the course content of ethical hacking. Practical bootcamp for beginners, pen testing, triad. We have done triad. Learn networking. Can you see networking is one part of that training? And Linux, operating system basics. Reconnaissance, information gathering, important announcements. This their course is not even hey network. I mean light.
Sorry, is this Udemy?
Which one did you open?
Is this Udemy? Hello?
Hello, sir.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. Sorry, NEPA took light, so I had to quickly switch. Can you hear me?
I'm asking, is this Udemy?
That's Udemy. The one I clicked on is Udemy.
Oh,
That's Udemy. The one you are seeing now is Udemy. Okay, so the top three hacking sites. Paradiso complete ethical hacking course beginner to advanced. How much is free? Cisco introduction to ethical hacking offered by Cisco. No, Coursera's introduction, sorry. Then we also have EDS cybersecurity and ethical hacking. The demonstrate ethical hacking course. We will open this push your lane, blah blah blah, at the boss academy. So did you also get anything free? Let's see another training that is free. If we can get any other training that is free. Let me see. Red team. Yeah.
Yeah, when I did in arrow colon free, I saw some sites for free ethical hacking course with certification 2025.
Good. Now I've put red team training, and I can see. Remember, I mentioned that red team is the same thing as penetration testing, is the same thing as ethical hacking. So that's why I'm still having ethical hacking showing here because it is related to red team. Here's a
So
collection
I
of
said
43.
red team.
Yeah, red team training.
Okay.
Then in URL is still free. So I can see 5 free red teaming resources to get you started. Let me open this site and see. 3 cybersecurity courses, where to begin. Executive offense, free red and blue team training. Let's look at this too. Free training, Nemstar information security. Let's look at this too. All right. So 5 free red teaming resources to get you started. Atomic red team, red team notes, red teaming handbook, red team tools, red teaming toolkit. So this is
Sorry,
information
sir.
about it.
Is it this screen that you're reading it from?
Oh no. Let me reshare my screen. Sorry.
Okay.
Thank you for bringing that to my notice. Okay, so let me go back now. So this is what I typed. Red team training. Can you see it? Oh, sorry. Can you see red team training? And then the in URL is string. Are you there?
I'm on it.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, good. So this is another one. Executive offense, free red and blue training resources. So this is another one. Masterclass series, free courses, governing AI before it governs you. Is your OT ready for what's coming? The manager secret exam apps that made us go viral. NIS to cyber resilience bill. Hacking made too easy. Ethical hacking course on our let's masters encryption by cracking passwords. So this is also another training, right? Why from where? From red team training. All right, so let's go. Okay, all in tests, free ethical hacker practice test questions. Let's see. Free ethical hacker, yeah, practice questions. Then all in text. Wait, what are the projects? Okay, no. All in text. Yeah, all in text. So let's see what will come out. So can you see that now in the web area, I have practice test questions and answers, practice tests, practiced certified ethical hacker, a free CEH practice exam, AC certification with actual questions, certified ethical hacker sample questions. Let's open this and see. Buffer overflow. How does it work? If buffer overflow attack is the type of attack that occurs when a program tries to store more data in a buffer, that is a temporary storage area in the memory, than the buffer can hold. This causes data to overflow into adjacent memory locations and corrupt or overwrite valid data. Can you see? The attack works in several stages, blah, blah, blah. All right. So, are we still together?
Yes, yes.
All right. So, let's move to the next one. Conducting searches using Google Advanced Search Form. Now, the Google Advanced Search Form offers the same results, featuring functionality as the common text operators. Type advanced search in Google search window. Okay, advanced search. Right. This will return a link to the advanced search form. Use the advanced search form to perform the same searches that were conducted in previous steps. So let's just take one or two. So now we have the advanced search. Can you see? All right. So let's see all these words: ethical, ethical hacker, in URL. No, let's see if I type file type PDF. So you can find pages with all these words or this exact word. If you want it to be just this exact word or any of these words, then the numbers ranging from blah 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 to blah blah blah. You can also say none of these words. If you don't want it to, if you don't want the word to occur, you can put minus. So any of these words, type or between all the words you want. That is for good advanced search. Let's see what's going to come out here first. Can you still see? Hmm. Ethical hacking internship jobs. Ethical hacker internship. Let's see this. Uh-huh. Best cybersecurity internship. You myself don't know. Okay. Remote. This is interesting. Step into the world of offensive cybersecurity with penetration testing and ethical accountability. Two intensive 2 months remote program designed to with the advanced. Okay.
I typed in URL internship.
Yeah, this is what I typed. EURL internship. Well, we don't know if this is for their students, but we can give it a try. Okay, who can apply? Available for a part-time or remote internship. Able to start within the next 2 weeks.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah.
Wait, when you typed in URL colon internship, was it showing you just a result for your local environment? Because mine is showing me results just for Abuja.
Okay. So I think I did not enable mine for just Nigeria. You can see, okay, so you say results for Pamada, Abulegba, choose area, but I'm not sure. I didn't choose my area.
Okay.
Mm. Let's see another one. Oh, this one is no longer accepting application. Cybersecurity ethical hacking internship 5 months ago. Okay, let's see another one. Oh no, okay. Cybersecurity internship for tech enthusiasts. So they're ready to collect money. Red Team Academy. Okay, so that's a Google advanced search. What else can we search? Remote jobs. So, but don't forget, these are not the things that hackers are interested in getting on. So you know, we are just trying to become okay. I think there's okay, that is under step 3. Let's move to step 3. Conducting passive reconnaissance with advanced search operators. Now, advanced search operators are useful for narrowing down search results, as you have seen. This makes them useful for performing passive reconnaissance as well. Hackers will use advanced search operators to find vulnerabilities and information about potential targets. While the result of these searches may seem harmless on their own, when pieced together, they can provide valuable intelligence to a hacker. Now, search the target company site using a URL operator. Let's try, for example, let's take any company. Which company should we search for?
Search for Mercedes.
Do you know their website?
Let me find out. I used to know it, so it was off hype. So their website is Mercedes-Benz.com. Mercedes-Benz.com.
Okay, I've seen it. Site. Then in title, let's see what are we asked to do. In URL admin. I did not get any information. Okay, let me see on Google. I did not get. Okay, let me use gtbank.com. Okay, wait. Good. Can you see?
Yes, sir.
Inside site mercedes.com in URL admin. Can you see mercedes.com? Admin. Enter credentials, username and password. HR admin specialist. this admin. So don't forget, in URL means anywhere you have a admin in the URL. In the URL, admin. That's why you can see it's request to reset password, infinite admin.
Yes, sir.
So these are the information I get from Mercedes.com. Let's see which other website. Let's see gtbank.com. Only one came out, GTBank. It's possible that this link, copy link, let's paste here and see. I can't find admin here. Okay, so let's look for another website. Which other website can you think of? Hmm. Let me see Nairaland.
Should we?
Okay, do you want to give
Okay.
which one?
I wanted to search what do you call it, a government website.
Okay, which one?
It is Nairaland.
Yeah, this is Nairaland. Don't forget, the admin is in title. When you have the title, let's see in title. So in URL, let's see what is going to come up for in title. Admin question and answers, admin resource or admin career. Transitioning from sysadmin to DevOps and security DevOps roles. You know, the way Nairaland is built is whatever thread you open serves as the title. So that's why you can see too many information on Ireland related to admin.
Okay.
Yeah. So which website are you talking? Do you have in mind again? Let's see one more site.
I think Ibrahim is no longer here.
No, really.
Yeah.
Oh, I can see now.
Okay, he's back.
Okay, so let's see another question. Okay, do another research this title this time using in title operator. In title operator, then use login. Okay, let's see. Login.
So
Can
which
you
one
see
are we searching for now?
the second question that says do another research, but this time we are using in title and the operator
Okay.
in title is the operator. Then what we're searching for is login.
Okay.
Login. So I did for mercedes.com, the in title login.
Yeah.
So can you see that I have access to their login page? Login,
Yes.
login, register, web login, body builder, portal. What's this? login. This is best Luxembourg. Can you see? So these are sites that you will never see when you are using Google. Can you see login? Remember, ethical hackers, we do things in a legal way. We don't do it to attack or to cheat any organization. So we
Yes.
want to be careful. Yeah, we want to be very careful of whatever we are doing, so that we don't we are not caught carrying out any malicious activity. Right. So another one is this will return pages that have the keyword login in the title. Review the result and pick a few to see if there's any interesting information. Let's go deeper. Give me another website to see.
Should we try
Uh,
Access Bank?
okay, what's the Access Bank website? Okay, accessbankplc.com. So can you see login to Access Bank SA loans? That's South Africa loans.
Mm.
Accounts, this and that, login from blah blah blah. So that is how to perform reconnaissance, passive reconnaissance. Now we also have the file type. We have the file type. We have done file type before.
Yeah.
Then we're not talking about using a company of our own as an example. Let's see Tesla site, tesla.com. The in title, okay, no, file type, PDF. Can you see? Oh, let's see off-road guys. 2025 model 3. This is opening the file type. Model 3, 285. This is too much. I don't need something that is much.
Sorry, I can see Tesla 2021 impact report.
The file type PDF.
Yeah, PDF. Or are we in the wrong page?
No,
Mm,
we're in the right place.
Okay.
That's it. So this is 21.
2021, yeah.
so you can see I was able to open this. Just the file type, the PDF file of the vehicle. I can read everything about the vehicle. All right. So let us stop there for today. I think today we've been able to see how ethical, how hackers perform their reconnaissance. And also, the reason why you are being shown this is to understand the information you need to pass on to those that are in your organization. As a cybersecurity professional, one of the things we do is to create security awareness. It's not every information I will post on the internet. Why? Because these can be leaked. Let me show you some one again. Let me see. EURL. EURL. Camera. Let's see this. Let's see. Using in title. Right. So it's not all information that we should post online. So these are things you can do on Google to streamline your information, to streamline your whatever information you want to streamline. So this is where we are going to stop for today. Any questions so far?
No question, sir.
All right. So thanks. So I just willing to continue next
Next week
when we
Friday.
stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Good night, everyone. Good
All
night,
right. Good
Michael.
night.
Good day.
Thank you, sir. So what about
Thank,
the attendance?
thank you, sir. Yeah.
He has left, so.
No, I'll text the person on the group chat now.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll send the attendance to you.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. All right.
Now, attendance.